Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and happy New Year. Hope you had a great New Year's Eve, and I wish you all the health and wealth and success in 2015. We did markets opened again last evening here on the East Coast, um, and we were able to liquidate our euro to Australian dollar short position. And we also initiated the U.S. dollar Singapore trade, which was a signal prior to the new year. That trade got initiated last evening as well. This morning we were able to liquidate the U.S. dollar Singapore dollar, maybe a little prematurely, but we'll go over that in a second. But there's really not much economic data coming out. Manufacturing data did come out 10 o'clock, which could have moved markets. It was a high level priority number. It did miss forecasts, but there's so few people on the trading desks that the volatility and the volume, just wasn't there. So everything will be back to normal action on Monday. But let's go over the euro to Australian dollar, which the short that we held throughout the holiday there. And like I said, we liquidated it last night. So we were short this 1.48219. We had approximately 20% of our normal size. We did have a chance to get out of this with a good profit right before markets closed on the 31st, or actually not right before, but several hours before the market closed. We should have took it, but we didn't. So we held it through the holiday, and it came down last night, and we were able to cover. Picked up 51.9 pips, or adjusted for size adjusted 10.3 pips. Looks like it's trying to come in some more again. But we'll take it and we'll move on. It's a decent way to start the new year off and the month off. Up 64.7 pips, size adjusted. That's about 14.1 pips. But either way, we'll take it. The second trade, this was a signal prior to the new year. I don't know. I think the signal maybe came out Monday or Tuesday. But we got it triggered last night, 1.32704. You can see what it did here. It ran up, consolidated throughout the evening. We came in the office around 7 o'clock or so, and it was hanging around 1.3283 and change. So we liquidated there up 12.8 pips, size adjusted. This was about 30% of our normal size. Picked up about 3.8 pips. There was, like we said, there was news coming out at 10 o'clock. So we wanted to be out prior to that. You're heading into the weekend. Again, without a lot of guys on the desk, you don't know. The volatility could do nothing. The movements could do nothing, even if the number surprises. Or it could be very violent because there's so few guys on the desk, so little volume there, and so few buyers or sellers there. So you could really, you got to be careful on days like that. Really extra careful. That's how we look at it. So we got out about an hour and change prior to the announcement. Like I said, we picked up the 12.8 pips. An hour, about 3 hours, or about 2.5 hours prior to the announcement. Picked up the 12.8 pips, size equivalent 3.8 pips. And you can see what it did here. It did run up prior to the announcement. And then this is the 10 o'clock number here, the manufacturing data, which missed. And it had, jerked around here of the figure of 1.33. And again, it came in a little bit harder. So, not a bad idea to get out prior to it. It could have, you could have held and you would have done better than us. Hopefully you did. When we gave the signal, our call was to reach the figure of 1.33. And if it could get through that, which it's trying to do right now, maybe she runs up to 1.35, 40, 50 area. And if it can bust through that, it can see the next figure of 1.34 pretty easily. The other thing with this was we were buying near a year high, or actually we were buying as it was making a new year high. We're not huge fans of that. A lot of times you'll get a false breakout of a year high. A lot of times they continue through. We'd rather buy as an example, go long something that is in a bullish uptrend over several months, a year, whatever, has had a recent pullback and found a support area with a little bounce or consolidation and breaking out of that consolidation. We'd much rather do that than buying an absolute year high or shorting an absolute year low. That's just our personal preference. We will do it, obviously, as you see with this trade. But again, we're cautious with it. We're not so inclined to see if it'll run as much as a trade that has pulled back and bounced, but yet still confined to the overall trend. So that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. Like I said, 2 trades, 64.7 pips, adjusted for size, 14.1 pips. We'll take it all day long, and we'll run. So that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. If you're still trading now, good luck. If any signals come out, they'll be coming your way. Oh, and both these trades, these signals were announced hours, maybe some an hour or so, and maybe the U.S. dollar, Singapore dollar was announced several days prior to initiating a position. So you had plenty of time to get into the trade. So that's it. We'll wrap it up. If any signals come out, they'll be coming your way. If you're still trading now, good luck. We'll be back tomorrow, assuming we get some action.